She made her bed, child, down to the Cambria Hotel, and now she's laying in it.
Virtual reality.
Hi, I'm Danny Murphy.
And I'm Evan Real.
And we are still recovering from our live show that was last week. That was so much fun with our ladies, Evan.
Oh my God, it was such a good group of girls, Danny. I'm still just so buzzed over the congregation of Bravo celebrities that we had at Chelsea Table on Stage. We had some Winter House girlies, we had some New Jersey girlies, and we had some RHONY girlies, not from the OG cast.
Not OG. OG of our heart, but
definitely the OG of our hearts for sure.
Yeah.
Jessel and Bryn, they will be in our hearts forever. As is the RHONY OG cast. And I feel like, Danny, this is a big week for the RHONY OGs. Not only do we have RHONY Legacy Girls Trip premiering, but Bethenny Frankel, who has
yes,
an attempt to distance herself from the RHONY OGs and Andy Cohen amid her reality reckoning.
I was like, distancing is putting it lightly.
Yeah. She had, what did she say about Andy Cohen this week, Danny?
Wait.
Tell the people.
Didn't she say, correct me if I'm wrong, because I feel like Bethenny is like the Gilmore Girl speed talking where it's like miles per minute. So like I get every fourth word kind of a thing, which I love because I talk fast too. But she said that because she ran into him at the iHeartMedia or the like Jingle Ball, where she saw, I guess, Andy Cohen looking like how he referred to himself as a lesbian toddler.
And it had her feeling sentimental somehow.
It got her feeling, the temperature's dropping, the sun is setting early. She was kind of like, getting a little misty and wispy about the past. And she said that she always like kind of will have like love for him and respect for him. And it's kind of very interesting how this tune is changing as the reality reckoning is kind of diminishing.
Like, it's the holidays and feeling sentimental. There's no reason to like burn everything down to the ground. There's no it's not like I don't find Andy very pleasant, very charming.
Yeah, I'm literally like the Miley Cyrus meme, like, what does it mean? Like with the reality reckoning fight sort of fading away, despite that Hulu little 1 hour documentary that didn't make too much of a splash.
I was gonna say, who?
Yeah, I know. I feel like no one watched it. I watched a clip from it, and one of the things that stood out for me from that clip is Bethenny saying that Andy did not make her famous. He made himself famous on the backs of other women, etc. And that is definitely like a narrative that she's been pushing throughout the majority of this reality reckoning. But it's not the message that she was spreading after the Jingle Ball. She was like, I've always found Andy very charming, very amusing. We share so many fond memories, and it's just so confusing for me, and I'm sure it's confusing for him too. And she said that she didn't approach him at Jingle Ball because it would have been like too weird, which like at least she knows that social cue.
And
that,
I like to
would have been a little weird.
Yeah, I'm shocked she didn't TikTok it. I also feel it's like she's like, it's confusing right now. I'm like, I think she's been making herself pretty clear to Andy. I can't imagine him being too confused about any of it. But my prediction is I could see Bethenny saying this, and then on New Year's Eve, she does a TikTok, and part of the TikTok is she's talking about her and Bryn watching Andy and Anderson on CNN. I could see that, and now she's trying to just kind of get into like a good graces, and probably also being like, see, and they're not drinking CNN, like it's fun, it's all organic, it's all natural and everything like that. And I can see that. I can't imagine Andy opening a DM from her, but I think Bethenny could be putting the Bravo brigade to rest.
Well, and especially now that like Nene deleted all the Bethenny photos, and then Bravo and Nene started following each other again, and people are speculating that like Nene and Bravo are getting back together. I don't know, maybe she's trying to take the Nene route and all of this, but the thing is, it's like she has said so much about Andy, and like her feelings are her feelings, and I'm sure they are valid to her. But how is Andy gonna forget the war that she tried to wage this year? Like, how could he ever trust her again? You can't just like fight all year and then at Christmas time be like, I love your flannel, I love the fact that you were drinking a beer backstage, and now I want to be besties again. It's just, I don't know, it like doesn't work like that.
And also because Bethenny, don't be fake, I don't even think Andy Cohen liked his flannel, so don't say I mean, come on. Like, he's an honest man. You could call him out if you want to call him out, Bethenny. I'm just saying that. And I feel like it kind of is energy. And I don't, maybe she's like reminiscing on the past so much because the Legacy ladies are here to play and stay. All of them.
Yes, yes. So wait, you were at the premiere party last night for Girls Trip RHONY Legacy,
Yeah.
and I saw some of the clips that came out on social media. I happen to be wearing Ramona blue right now. I promise you it was not on purpose, but
Right.
Ramona was in full Ramona blue regalia at the
Oh.
party last night. What was going through your mind when she showed up?
Well, it was also one of the situations where there was the whisperings where people are like, "Ramona Singer." I'm like, what? How? Huh? Because no one, I mean, I kind of went in assuming it'd be Nomona, but there was Ramona like having the time of her life with all the girls on the carpet. All the girls were very warm and receptive to her. So it seems like they still are their unit of Legacy ladies. And Ramona kind of she worked the room a little bit. All of them were doing and seemed to be having a great time. I think it kind of was like, it's my party and I'll show up if no one else wants me to.
Did you get the sense that she was invited, or did she crash? Like, if you had to make an educated assumption.
From my educated assumption, both from the energy I was getting and from watching Ramona Singer for 13 years, I guess, on reality TV, I think it was a crash. It was a
Yeah.
Dave Matthews Band crash. I'm getting that hardcore.
Wait, okay. What? Okay, so
I'm getting that.
why? What were the signals?
I feel because it's like because she always is giving very, like, she's always over the top, but she was very much as like popping in everywhere, walking around, but also not really stopping to chat with people that if invited, she would probably stop to chat with.
Okay, I catch your drift. Did
Mhm.
she stop to chat with fans? Like, what was the fan reaction to Ramona being there?
I feel it's hard to determine the like oohs and ahs that were for individual people because she never was by herself. So it's not like anybody could like boo or yay Ramona to get anything like that. We got a Sonja going down the stairs, round of applause. Luann going down the stairs, round of applause. But Ramona kind of just appeared with Dorinda. And then she walked around and would say like hi and hugs to fans, but only so much like, well, not really hugs. It's still Ramona Singer. Like hi, but kind of like walking around to take photos in front of, because I mean her photos were everywhere. They had a turtle time on the wall and everything like that. So Ramona's presence was in the square footage. So it feels like she didn't give anybody a chance to do anything that she would not want them to do.
Did you have any interactions with Ramona?
We were right next to each other and I did look away because I wanted to end the year protecting my peace.
Yes.
I was like it could go one of many different ways. And I was like, you know what? Let me just hug the Marge and Kelly Ben Simone and Kelly's lovely daughter, when Ramona was walking by me, I kind of was like, oh my God, you're Kelly's daughter, right? How are you? Like, and just kind of saved my energy from that.
Okay. I think it's good to keep your energy in that safe space, especially because I will say we had Ramona do our live show in May this year, and this was, of course, before all of the drama and scandal and controversy unraveled.
Yes.
So Danny and I choose to live in May 2000.
We live in May, but I knew I was in December.
Yeah.
And last night, so that's why I was like, let me not be like,
yeah.
Wait, it was funny. There was one part. Dorinda was like, your voice gets so high sometimes. And I was like, I'm excited and gay.
Wait, no, honestly, Danny, sometimes you do hit octaves that really impress me. I'm like, is he related to Mariah Carey, or can he communicate with dolphins? Like, maybe it's both.
I feel like I do have whistle register.
So you're saying you feel like you're related to Mariah Carey?
I mean, if Jessel can say she's Gaga, yeah, Mariah.
Oh, and Jessel's father is also Michael Jackson. So
that's true. I mean, I'm not claiming that, and I'm not talking to Ramona at the Ugats party, Ultimate Girls Trip party. But I feel, I mean, maybe this means that I could like release a demo one day that Lady Gaga will steal.
Hey, I mean, if you're anything like Heidi Montag, it could very well happen. Danny, you and I recently caught up with our girl Heidi Montag again after you and I did her and Spencer's podcast earlier this year in studio at Spotify, which was such a cool experience. But now Heidi, she's promoting Hydroxycut, and she is also in the midst of releasing not new music, but new music to the world, because
The
she's
vault.
dipping
It's like
back
Taylor
into the
Swift.
vault. Yeah, just like Taylor Swift, Heidi Montag is dipping back into the vault from her 2010 superficial album era. And we, of course, had to have her reflect on some of the songs that never were, because they went to other artists, or like you mentioned, Danny, they were stolen back from other artists. So she told us a little story about her and Lady Gaga in a song called Fashion, and you got to hear it, guys. Do you know what you are doing that I love that you're doing, Heidi Montag, is dipping back into that superficial vault and releasing music that you recorded back in the day that just, for whatever reason, did not make the cut. And after listening to your latest single, Bad Boy, I'm like, how did that not make the cut? It's so
I
good.
know. Thank you. I love Bad Boy. It was one of my favorite songs with the rebirth of superficial, basically, and I'll do it becoming so internationally trendy. It's just been such a blessing this year. And so we're like, okay, well, let's bring some things out of the vault. And Bad Boy was meant to be on Superficial 2.0. You know, I didn't think that was the only album that I was ever going to put on. I just had Superficial have similar writers, and we had LP and Kathy Dennis and Stacey Barth and Steve Morales. And so it had more of a through line of a sound. So Bad Boy was going to be on a different album, but I love this song, and there are a few more in the vault coming out, and then we'll see where it goes from there. But I love music. I love pop. It's always been the biggest dream of mine. So to see it have such success has been the biggest blessing.
One of the songs that I hope you put on streaming soon is your version of Fashion. And look, I know the little monsters are gonna come clawing for me after I say this, but Heidi Montag's version of Fashion is far superior to Lady Gaga's. The production on your version of Fashion is so sublime. And I will say Gaga's version of it, and come at me, little monsters, I'm ready. It sounds unfinished. It sounds unfinished. I'm just gonna say it. Take us back to that time when you and Gaga were sort of hustling over this song. It's such a crime that yours was not released.
Well, I think it's interesting she never put it out, right? So why didn't
Just
she
on the
ever put it out
soundtrack.
as a single? It's just on a soundtrack though.
Right.
So this was supposed to be one of my main songs. And then I recorded it, and Red One put out a statement of how great it was and how great he thought it was. And she lost it and freaked out. And Red One had to put out a statement like, oh, I take it back, after he got like yelled at by Gaga. And it was on The View, and that was my song. And then Confessions of a Shopaholic came because they heard me have it and wanted to do the song. And I think what happened, I wasn't there, but I think she was like, nope, that's my song, I'll record it. I think that's why.
And it sounds like she recorded it in 15 minutes.
And she might have. I don't
Yeah. But could we expect your version to officially drop?
I don't think I can officially drop it.
Okay.
I know.
Maybe a collab. Maybe a Men Fences collab. Gaga, come on, girl.
Yeah, come on, Gaga. Let's mend those fences.
Yes.
If you apologize, it's all good. You don't even need to apologize. Just pull me on stage. It's fine.
Well, I can't wait for Ryan Murphy's rendition of Feud, Heidi versus Gaga.
Please, Ryan, you are listening. We have to make that happen.
Right. We have the same last name. I mean, I can help you. I can sing backup vocals for whoever. Let us know. But the feud that I feel people kind of saw brewing. I don't know if it's a feud or a Bermuda Triangle, not Salt Lake City, of Lala, Sheena, and Ariana.
Yeah, okay. So I feel like there were several visceral reactions to this Vanderpump Rules season 11 trailer. And it really wasn't about Tom Sandoval. Well, it wasn't about Sandoval, really.
Or the pasta.
Like it basically, I think the biggest bombshell, and I don't know if you agree with this, Danny, but the Schwartz and Sheena kiss, I felt like the main situation, which I can believe and can't believe at the same time.
I'm assuming if I'm dating it in my head, it's giving me like a 2014 moment. So I can very much assume it.
Yeah, okay.
Or like 2015, something like that.
You're in your like Long Island medium. if you guys
I'm-
can see Danny right now, he's like tapping his temples and he's like, 2014, it
I'm the
seems.
New Jersey large. Like, wait, I'm getting a sense. Yeah.
But then the end of the trailer, maybe it was arguably more shocking, was Lala speaking very candidly about Ariana's rise to fame, fortune, and success after Scandival. And basically what she says is,
I have never experienced someone who gets cheated on and suddenly she becomes God.
I've never experienced someone being cheated on and then suddenly they turn into God, which a lot of people are interpreting as just like straight up jealousy and envy. And then Lala kind of had something to say about it by posting her bare bottom on Instagram. She got cheeked up on a Tuesday to let it be known that she's not jealous. She used a Bravo quote. What was the Bravo quote she used to?
She said, jealous of what? Your ugly leather pants.
Okay, so I feel like that's her being like, okay, I'm not jealous, but who and what are the ugly leather pants in this situation? Wait, why are you making that face, Danny? Danny's making a very surprised face.
Because 20 minutes ago, Sheena commented 5 fire hearts caption, like with the thumbs up thing, whatever this is, like you go girl type of thing.
Okay, fire hearts and a you go girl.
With an okay, like caption, okay.
Okay. How do you interpret this?
Ooh, Kenya even saying ha 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 fire emojis. Okay, there's a lot of Lala's giving the Lala. I'm interpreting that she's like, what's funny? I'm interpreting it as she's saying, what am I jealous of? I look amazing, which she does look amazing, but I don't know if that was what people were thinking of after watching the trailer.
I mean, there have been like whisperings that Lala and Ariana haven't been on good terms because Lala, as we mentioned, is always giving us Lala, and on her Give Them Lala podcast, or on her Give Them Lala podcast, she like said some things that alluded to the fact that she and Ariana weren't good, but then when we caught up with her at BravoCon, she was like, no, we're good. No, it's all Gucci, but I don't know. Now with the trailer and with this jealous of what ugly leather pants cheeked up on a Tuesday Instagram post, are they good? I don't know. Kind of like worried.
I'm worried too, but I'm glad that we will be able to watch this new season both like every week, but then also watching the tweets that Candiace from Potomac will be live tweeting it because she's going to give her unfiltered thoughts, which I'm so glad we got to chat with her this week too in support of her season 2 of Hush, which was actually so much fun. I love watching Candiace in like an acting element because like we're used to her on Potomac, but like she's in her EGOT era.
Yes, she's definitely entering her EGOT era. I feel like Candiace, if you guys haven't seen Hush, it's streaming on All Black, but it just seems like acting comes so naturally to her. Like the way that she delivers a read in her confessionals is she has the same ease when delivering lines for a scripted series. She's meant to be on camera, guys. Like she just has that it factor. But like you said, Danny, she also has those hot takes that she loves to share on Twitter. Currently, it's about Vanderpump Rules because the trailer just dropped. And you explain this sort of parallel between Robyn and Ariana and Lala, because I explained it to Candiace over Zoom. She seemed to understand it.
I think she did. I forgot I said this. And then I was like, oh my God, I did say that.
Well, because it was so genius. Guys, listen to this.
I'm like, because Ariana cheated on Dancing with the Stars, Broadway. She owned it. She said, my heart is broken. I'm shattered. I lost all my trust. Everyone who's not rallying around her. We were. Robyn cheated on, allegedly. Actually, I don't even know if it's allegedly now. Canada, receipt, wallet, hotel, everything. There's the chance for her to not just be Ariana, but to be like, no, I'm also a mother and a wife. And I've been cheated on for all this time. And now I am done. And now Robyn is ready for the new chapter. Who wouldn't want to support that? Candiace even was like, I would support that, but she didn't take up the opportunity.
Yeah, so listen to Candiace's take, because Robyn Dixon could be Ariana Madix in an alternate universe, one that I wish we were currently living in. Although never mind. I'm not gonna finish what I was gonna say. I'm just living in Robyn as Ariana.
And also, any thought that you didn't even know you were thinking, Candiace says it in our full interview with her. So also stay tuned for that next week.
Ariana, she has been exalted to this
Oh, God.
just
Yeah.
insane status after the whole scandal. Danny was like, what if Robyn just kind of had given in and admitted to the rumors? She too could have had an Ariana trajectory. What do you?
For sure. Absolutely. I think for sure the fans and definitely the women would have rallied around her. I'm also a ride or die girlfriend where it's like, okay, whose tires are we slashing tonight? Listen, I have my rat tail coat. We can go and do what we have to do. Like I would have supported her. And I know that these girls would have rallied around her as a whole. And yeah, she could have had her glow up and been, because Robyn is very smart and she was in PR, so she has like a creative mind where she's able to like turn things into lemonade when she's given lemons. So it's like, yeah, it could have been a completely different library, not even like the same book, but a different library. We would have been down the street in a totally different zip code talking about this. But you know, she made her bed, child, down to the Cambria Hotel, and now she's laying in it.
This is
There is
also
a
why
part of
everybody
me,
needs
though-
Sagittarius friends, because the ride or die-ness is very much that.
Yes. Oh my God, all my Sag friends, I appreciate so much because they will, if like your enemy is their enemy, and
Yes!
I love
Oh my God.
it.
Like it's funny because I'm getting ready for my birthday party.
Yes,
and
tomorrow. Your birthday's tomorrow.
My birthday's
Happy early
tomorrow.
birthday.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. One of my best friends has a friend that I became friends with because it's like, okay, if you love them, I love them. And then they fell out, but they kind of got back together, but kind of fell out. And I was like, okay, as I'm checking off the names on my list to send out for my party, I text her, I'm like, are we still cool with so-and-so? And she's like, no. I said, okay, great. Glad I know. And I unchecked her name and she's not coming to the party because if you beefing, I'm beefing and we're beefing.
She literally had us like speechless 5 times.
Oh, no, completely. I wish that like I lived inside her brain. Like I'm just standing there in the middle of her brain, hearing and listening and watching all of her thoughts and just going, yes, yes, yes.
She's a genius. Okay.